Now, in this, the world's most multicultural city, there have been fears that our most famous inhabitant, the Cockney, was becoming a dying breed. So now there's a festival in the East End celebrating the language, the social history and culture of the Cockney. Well, I've resisted using any Cockney rhyme and slang. Let's see how Aisha Buxton now fares. She's in boat to tell us more about the festival. Aisha.
Well, Asad, what better way to celebrate Cockney culture than in an old-fashioned East End booze? I've not been on the beers, I can promise you that. This is the Palm Trees, just off the Mile End Road. It's been used in many television programmes and films to depict the Cockney past. Now, the East End Festival wants to celebrate that past, but bring it into the present. I spent the day at an event just up the road looking for locals. Pearly Queens and Cockneys mixed with EastEnders old and new. This tea dance in Victoria Park was one of many events arranged for the Cockney Heritage Festival. It's the brainchild of this man. He wanted to look beyond the usual stereotypes of Cockney culture and keep positive about its future.
There was also lots of articles around last year about the death of the Cockney, the language dying out within a generation, and so I wanted to do something to actually celebrate Cockney heritage and actually explore what it actually means to be a Cockney, beyond just jellied eels and pie mash, pearly kings and queens.
Those stereotypes do have some historical basis, but over the years the look of the East End has dramatically changed. It's now one of the most diverse parts of the country. Many of Barbara Beesley's relatives have moved out of the area, but she says they still regard themselves as Cockneys.
You can't change your roots, and many of us don't want to. As I say, there's not many sort of from my family. A lot of them have moved out. I think there's only a couple of us that still live here. But wherever you go, and even like my kids, cousins, whoever, aunts and uncles, you're still who you are, and you're proud of where you come from. And I think that's the crux of it.
Reg Baker was born in Bethnal Green and now lives in Essex, but he still visits schools and colleges to give talks about his Cockney past. Do you think Cockneys are the best at having a good time?
We do. We go to town when we do. My sister-in-law, my wife's sister, came back from Australia after 9 years. We had 6 parties on the trot, and Cockneys, that's one thing they're good at. Look, at giving a party.
So, no matter where you may now live, you can still enjoy being a Cockney and a good old knees up. Well, I'm joined by 2 people who are very proud of their Cockney past, Pearly Queens, Lorraine and Teresa. Thanks very much, ladies, for joining me this evening. Lorraine, what does it mean to you to be a Cockney?
It means everything. It's part of my heritage. I mean, obviously, growing up an East End girl was fantastic for me. To keep the slang going, the Cockney slang going is great. I mean, because we're a multicultural nation now, it's changed. I mean, where we would say Ruby Murray, kids today say Andy Murray, and you've got, like, years ago it used to be River Lee, become Rosie Lee, and kids are changing it, which is great. You go to schools and you listen to them all doing bits of Cockney slang, and it's just great watching little Asian children, two East End Cockney children, and they all know what it means, and they're all doing their own thing.
Fantastic. And Teresa, how do you hope to preserve this Cockney heritage?
Well, certainly members of our association are out in schools doing talks, trying to educate people on what the Purdies are and about the Cockney heritage, and the festival has certainly opened it up to all the communities, which has been fantastic.
Great, many thanks. Well, the festival continues till the end of the month. There'll be discussions, talks, films shown across the borough, but I'm going to leave it to the Pearly Queens to do my sign-off.
Cheers, my dears.
Nursley, you're hook.
That's a brilliant handbag, Aisha. That festival looks a lot of fun as well.